Why Churchill hated Hindus and admired Muslims.
The PM said the Hindus were a foul race. He wished Bert Harris could send some of his surplus bombers to destroy them.
This is from a diary entry by John Colville. Colville was Winston Churchill's secretary. The entry refers to a February 1945 dinner. Albert Bert Harris was Air Chief Marshal. It wasn't the first time Churchill had expressed contempt for Hindus. In 1942, he met with Soviet Ambassador Ivan Maisky. Maisky asked him what would happen if India became independent.
Eventually, the Muslims will become master.
Churchill replied,
Because they are warriors, while the Hindus are windbags.
Hindus, Churchill said, were experts at building castles in the air.
When something must be decided on quickly, implemented, executed. Here the Hindus say pass. Here they immediately reveal their internal flabbiness.
In his youth, Churchill had considered converting to Islam. He had always admired the Muslim faith. During World War II, he even lied to President Roosevelt. Churchill told him that the majority of the Allies' Indian soldiers were Muslim. In fact, the majority were Hindu. Churchill's views were influenced by a 1944 book called Verdict on India. It was written by English playwright Beverly Nichols. Nichols wrote it to discredit the Indian National Congress.
Congress is the only 100% full-blooded, uncompromising example of undiluted fascism in the modern world. The resemblances between Gandhi and Hitler are of course legion.
Churchill, recommending the book to his wife, wrote,
I think you would do well to read it. It certainly shows the Hindu in his true character.
Churchill's views on Islam were radically different. Back in 1907, his future sister-in-law Gwendoline Bertie warned him,
Please don't become converted to Islam. If you come into contact with Islam, your conversion might be effected with greater ease than you might have supposed. Do fight against it.
Churchill's unusual affinity for Islam had to do with his military career. He served in Sudan and northwest India, currently Pakistan. Both have predominant Muslim populations. At that time, Churchill was a self-avowed liberal. He often clashed on policy matters with hardline imperialists. One of them was Frederick Lugard. Lugard was the British High Commissioner of northern Nigeria. He launched punitive expeditions against Islamic tribes. Churchill was vocally opposed to these actions. He regarded Islam and Christianity as equals. He openly admired the military prowess of the Ottoman Empire. In 1940, Churchill approved plans to build the London Central Mosque. He set aside £100,000 for the project. This was at a time when London was already devastated by German bombings. But Churchill wanted to win the support of the Muslim world. In 1941, speaking to the House of Commons, he said,
Many of our friends in Muslim countries all over the East have already expressed great appreciation of this gift.
In the end, most Muslims did not join the Allies. Churchill didn't succeed in preserving the empire. He did beat Nazi Germany, but India became independent in 1947. Just 7 years earlier, Churchill said in the House of Commons,
If the British Empire and its Commonwealth last for 1,000 years, men will still say, this was their finest hour.